Hello everyone, I am Kiran Joshi. Hope you all are safe and sound. Here I am presenting the video on the topic the Northern Plains. Children, the Northern Plains are located to the south of the Himalayas. These Northern Plains are also called the Northern Fertile Plains because they are very fertile land. They are also called the Indo-Gangetic Plains. This name is given to the Northern Plains because they are created by two very important and great river systems. Can you tell which are those river systems? Yes, they are the Indus River system in the west and the Ganga Brahmaputra river system in the middle and in the east. Now let's learn about the extent of the Northern Plains. So children, from east to west, these northern plains stretch about 2400 kilometers, and if we talk about their width, so they are almost 150 to 300 kilometer wide. Now look at the image in front of you. Can you name the states which are covered by these northern plains? Yes, these states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal and parts of Assam. Dear children, these northern plains are very flat and extremely level. You have learnt in the previous lesson that many rivers originate in the Himalayas. These rivers flow through these northern plains. Children, these rivers are perennial rivers. Now some of you might be wondering, what does perennial river mean? So children, perennial rivers are those rivers which carry water throughout the year. These Himalayan rivers are perennial as they have water even in the summer months due to the melting snow and ice. These rivers not only provide water to the northern plains but also bring with them very rich alluvial soil which is very good for growing crops. Because of these factors, children, a wide range of crops are grown in the northern plains. Now let's talk about the river basins of the northern plains. But wait, first let's understand the meaning of the river basin. Children, a basin is an area or land which is watered or drained by a river and its tributaries. Now, what are tributaries? So, children, tributaries are small streams or rivers that flow into a large river or lake. So, northern plains can be divided into three river basins. The Satluj river basin in the west, the Ganga river basin in the middle and the Brahmaputra river basin in the east. Let's learn about them one by one. Children, the Satluj river basin lies in the states of Punjab and Haryana. Actually, Satluj is a tributary of river Indus. The other tributaries of river Indus are Vyas, Chenab, Ravi and Jhelum. The Satluj river flows through Punjab and Haryana and later it joins river Indus. Children, on the Satluj river, the Bhakra Nangal Dam is built, which is the second largest dam in Asia. This is a multi-purpose dam. The water of the dam is used to generate hydroelectricity and its water is used for irrigation also. Children, the water stored in the dam is provided to various areas through canals. What is a canal? Canal can be called a man-made river which provides water to dry regions. The famous Indira Gandhi Canal starts from Satluj river and provides water to the dry regions of Rajasthan. As you know that the land in Rajasthan is mostly dry and sandy and there is a scarcity of water. Now if we talk about the crops grown in the Satluj basin, so children, in this region wheat, rice, cotton and sugarcane are grown in plenty. Chandigarh, Jalandhar, Patiala, Ludhiana, Ambala and Amritsar are some important cities of the Satluj basin. Then comes the Ganga basin which lies in Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal. The name of this basin is given on the name of the most sacred river of Hindus, the Ganga river. Do you know, children, that Ganga originates from the Gangotri glacier in the Himalayas and then it flows through Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and West Bengal? When the Ganga river reaches the plains, many tributaries join it. For example, Yamuna, Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi. It keeps flowing eastwards. The Ganga has its tributaries from the Deccan Plateau as well, which join the Ganga river. These tributaries from the Deccan Plateau are Chambal, Betwa, and Son. Can you locate all these tributaries in the image in front of you? Okay, finally the river Ganga falls into the Bay of Bengal. Children, this Ganga basin is the most densely populated region in India because it is the flat leveled area and very fertile land for farming. There are many important cities in the Ganga basin. Some of them are Rishikesh, Haridwar, Delhi, Agra, Allahabad, Varanasi, Bihar and Kolkata. The third river basin of the northern plains is the Brahmaputra basin that lies in the narrow strip of Assam. Children, the Brahmaputra river starts in Tibet. If you focus the image here, you will understand better. Here in Tibet, it is called Sangpo. Then it flows eastwards and enters India in Arunachal Pradesh and flows through Assam. In India, it is named as Brahmaputra. Then finally, it goes through Bangladesh where it is called as Padma. In Bangladesh, the river Brahmaputra joins Ganga river. Dear children, the place where a river falls into a sea is called its mouth of the river. At the mouth of the river, a lot of silt is deposited by that river. Thus, a triangular shaped place or island is created or formed, which is called as delta. In other words, a delta is a fertile triangular shaped island. When the Ganga and Brahmaputra enter the Bay of Bengal, they form the world's largest delta, the Sundarban Delta. Now let's see the importance of the northern plains. So children, we know that the soil of these plains is alluvial soil which is very fertile. Therefore, many crops are grown in these plains. So most of the people are engaged in agriculture. In other words, most of the people here do farming. A major part of the two main crops, wheat and rice, is grown in the northern plains. Therefore, the northern plains are also called the food bowl of India. These plains are flat leveled land. Therefore, building roads, railway lines, constructing houses are easy here. If we talk about the climate of these plains, so areas in the northern plains are very hot in summers and very cold in winter. These plains receive heavy rainfall during the monsoon, especially in the months of July and August. So, that's all for the chapter. Hope you enjoyed learning about the northern plains. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Also, post your comments in the comment section below. Thank you.